Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aphrodite and this is Aphrodite's house. And check this out. I have been trying to fix this mic for the last couple videos and I'm still not comfortable with its placement and I have no clue why. I can't tell if it's just because I'm a weirdo about that kind of thing and I'm just a weirdo. Whatever. It's fine. We're good. We're happy here. Okay. I'm gonna take a sip. Don't talk to me about my Red Bull habits, okay? You try working from home, chasing after a toddler, and making content for multiple platforms, okay? Every now and then you just need a Red Bull. Or a natural energy drink. But I don't feel like loading my body up with B12 from those natural energy drinks. That makes me crash harder than anything. So, what are we doing here? Let's talk about it. So, fire signs, you are getting an update on what's going on in your life energetically right now. And normally I wouldn't be so... The Hierophant. Oh, I love this deck, by the way, if you've never seen me use this deck. Okay, starting off strong. Starting off strong. So I'm wondering if a lot of you are spiritualists yourself and are getting ready to dive further into your occult studies, or you're going to be finding a mentor soon who is going to be opening up doors for you and teaching you more of these like traditional sort of aspects of spirituality, or ways to view and maintain your life. The Queen of Wands in reverse. These are so pretty. I love these cards so much. Yeah, it seems like you're going to be in, for those of you who are more feminine, it seems like you're going to be in more of a space of following your head and not your, you know what I mean? Really being more tapped into the good stuff. Spirit just keeps saying the good stuff. Okay. This is the, Nine of Wands. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Move my mic over. So, Spirit is reiterating that not everything is a constant fight with yourself, because it seems a lot like the Magician in reverse, yeah. Okay. It seems a lot like you had plans and you loved your plans. What I'm hearing is a lot of you wanted to get out here and do what you wanted to do. For the women who might be out here, this would be like city girl behavior. And it caused a sort of internal, and what started off as an internal struggle within yourself and is now moving into more of an external struggle with yourself, because you thought you would be more pleased with the outcome, but in reality the things that you nurtured weren't quite right. What you were hoping to reap the benefits of, it didn't happen, because there's a way of doing things. There is a order to the chaos that you kind of created, and you kind of bypass that whole order in hopes of things turning out in a particular way. And Spirit said, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna do these things, and I'm going to allow you to do these things because I'm getting tired of telling you over and over again that there is order to the chaos. There is order. There is a structure here. And when you go beyond that structure and you don't want to listen to the rules, you don't want to understand what's happening here, you don't want to dissect these things and further investigate, you're going to be left feeling like less of the alchemist that you actually are. You're not going to be able to do those tricks that you used to do, where you used to literally create something out of nothing when it came to a shit situation, when it came to shit people. You used to be able to say, okay, maybe it didn't work out with this person, or this person who I hooked up with or spent this time with, and then you'd be like, doo-doo-doo-doo, and all of a sudden it's a whole new experience. That's not happening for you anymore. You're not feeling that same spark that you used to. It's not as enjoyable as it used to be. It probably actually feels more like a chore, especially if people are aware that you can kind of do this and they enjoy seeing it. Like, it's fascinating to them how you can kind of take a situation and turn it and spin it into literally anything because you were so tapped into that magic inside you, and now you're not. And I know as a fire sign, this is killing you because you desire control amongst all. And what's crazy here is I would expect to see something more like this from earth signs reading, but no. When it comes to the control and the need to be able to establish this control, maintain this control, it's just not happening for you. It's really just not happening for you. And it feels a lot like I made it. Wah, wah. No, you didn't. Spirit is very kind, very forgiving. The source of all is very kind and very forgiving, but only to those who start to begin to understand. For those of you who are spiritual and are tapped in, I'm going to word it like this. You understand that life is a game of chess, okay? And for those of you who maybe aren't as tapped in and don't know what that means or don't necessarily understand what I'm saying here, what I'm saying is even though we as individuals embody the great source, the creator of everything, there is a way to do things. So even though we have the ability within us to create magic around us, to use the tools that we were given to create our reality, to change our reality once we realize the power that we hold, it doesn't work if we keep screwing around. A bird just flew almost right into my window. It doesn't work if we keep screwing around and then going, oh my god, why isn't it working? Please forgive me. And then Spirit is like, okay, Source is like, okay, you're the physical embodiment of me. You don't need to keep asking for this type of forgiveness all the time. I understand, because I am you and you are me, and we are a direct reflection of each other, experiencing life differently. But when you get out here and you go, I'm sorry, it gets old. And at some point, your spirit team, your ancestors, if you work with any deities, they're going to sit back and watch, because much like a man who keeps telling a woman that he is sorry and going out and doing the same shit, they getting tired of the shit. Your sorry is actually drying up. It means little to nothing at this point. We keep directing you, and you keep fumbling the bag and then expecting miracles. You keep expecting your magic to be fine parred, up to code, up to tune. You know, you're going to be able to do some magic, but in bringing in all the wrong people, because that's where you want to sit at, and then you want to apologize for it later. The Tower. Yep. Trying to help you rebuild new strong foundations. You've got these Six of Wands in reverse and these Six of Cups in reverse. Okay. Oh, yeah, show you these cards. These are so pretty. I did not use this deck, my Santa Muerte deck, and I'll tell you why. I did not, when I got the deck, I did a read on it. I spoke to my own ancestors and made sure that whether or not I was going to build some sort of relationship with her, that didn't need to be a working relationship. It could just be me paying my respects to her. I wanted to make sure that I did it right, and I didn't just go out and buy this deck and have it be one of those things where you just buy the deck. So I bought the deck. The energy was perfect. It was fine, but I could not use the deck. I used it maybe twice, and then I was told to leave it. There was going to be a moment where I was going to reach a spiritual peak, and things were going to kind of change, and then some of the more profound, deep decks, much like this one and my Kali Oracle deck, I could not touch until I had reached that moment. So I'm happy to be here. Just a little backstory on that before people in the comments start to go a little crazy. Let's see. Oh, we've got the Nine of Cups upright. Okay, interesting. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What are you trying to say here? Everything must come to an end so that you can have a new satisfying emotional beginning. Spirit is reiterating that it all starts within you, and of course, that card just flew. And it was the Queen of Cups upright. Okay. Look at you. Yes. Seven of Pentacles upright. And this is going to be the last one. Eight of Cups. Wow. Okay. Interesting. A lot of emotional feminine energy here, so I'm going to assume that a lot of those watching are embodying feminine energy. You do not need to be a man to embody feminine energy. This is just what I'm picking up on. Okay. Some of you are getting ready to be pushed into that softer side of your emotions, into really just melting and being that feminine. So you may embody feminine energy, but I don't think you were using it the right way. That might have been what it was. You might have, or you, I'm trying to word this correctly, because the Tower card is here, and with the way that this spread looks and with the information I got earlier, it seems like you might have, or you have already had, a pivotal moment where you realized that what you were using your gifts for weren't helping. How am I trying to word this? Because Spirit is giving me an image. Okay. I see. So the way Spirit is reiterating this is like Rumpelstiltskin, like weaving, is it thread or wool into gold? You thought you were going to be able to create these beautiful silken threads of gold, and when it stayed wool, you were like, what? Where's my gold? Where's my gold? You're so used to the gold. And Source was like, no, we gave you gold. And instead of doing what you were supposed to do with the gold, which was create something memorable with it, or share it with others around you, you used it in a manner in which you were not supposed to. So now we're giving you wool. You will be upgraded to silk and gold again when you earn that right, when you respectfully earn that right. And I think a lot of us want to believe that Source and our spirit guides and our spirit team won't just cut us off, and they absolutely will in an instant. Especially if some of the moves that you were making have been more masculine and you are in fact a female. Okay, this would be if you had gone through something, and so there was one way of handling things, processing things, but that way was more masculine. So spirit sent a more masculine figure into your life to help you, but you stayed within that masculine energy. Those two masculine energies are not gonna, you're gonna butt heads at every turn, because both of you needs to be correct, both of you needs to be in charge, both of you just needs to be right. So this is like, this was like based off of the previous cards. I'm not dealing with that. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to do what I want when I want. I am completely in charge. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in charge of your life, but when you're not allowing yourself to be what you're supposed to be, which is in this more soft emotional energy, providing emotional support to those who are providing you with support in other ways, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Someone just pulled into the parking lot. I'm sorry if you heard that. What this is telling me is that you're going to start to, or you've already started to, let go of some of these more draining, masculine, not so good habits. And you're really just embodying more beautiful, positive, feminine energy. If we are riding the same frequency and the same wavelength, you might feel the need to go blonde. It happens. A lot of us ride the same frequency and get the same idea. And so just be mindful of that. There are a lot of us who will be going blonde. It might be a bit overwhelming if you're tapped in. I, on the other hand, do a lot of particular stuff to my head before I do anything. So, but when changing your hair color, especially now in the summer months, understand that it's going to come with big psychic changes and physical changes with the way that you carry yourself and embody yourself. Also, if you're going to do this, wear more green for grounding. You're going to need to. You're going to need to be more grounded. Make sure you spend more time outside touching grass. This isn't one of those things where, like, I'm a spiritualist, so I'm telling you to get outside and touch more grass. I mean, yes, but, like, you're genuinely going to need to touch more grass. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of be floating, and Spirit says that's not where you need to be. We need you to be grounded while at the same time allowing yourself to be soft and emotional. You're going to go through physical appearance changes that will make you fall back in love with yourself and make you want to share that love with other individuals. And you're going to be meeting a lot of new people, so be mindful of how you present yourself. Wear greens, particularly bright greens, to keep you grounded, but to keep your heart space open as well. Make sure to go easy on the dark colors. If you're like me and black is everything, black is the uniform, make sure you're throwing in more splashes of color. Okay, so this would be like if you're wearing an all black ensemble or an all black dress, make sure that you're wearing like green heels. It doesn't need to be bright green. It could be like the malachite green. It could be like the what is that called, olive green. Somewhere in in between there. Whew, there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot. I think Spirit's just trying to get a lot out before this video gets too long. Apples, pears, and mangoes. Apples, pears, and mangoes might be really good for you to eat right now. Hydrating fruits. Also, color coordinate the foods with particular chakras. You might need to do some realignment there, work on those, or meditate to those particular frequencies. If you've started a healthy fitness routine, do not change it. Now is not the time to change your fitness routine. Stick to it and revisit this conversation about changing your routine in like a month. Other than that, Spirit is really just reiterating that you're gonna have to build a new foundation. Something new is gonna have to completely come in. And I know it seems a little scary to hear about it, you know? Hear about these changes, hear about everything, especially if you've already gone through it. Oh, middle of the deck. Interesting. The star. I love this card. This is so pretty. So what I'm going to do is get one final card for you all to go over what it's going to be like this retrograde season. I believe we're in a retrograde. I believe that's what Nimbus said. I think he told me happy retrograde the other day. And then I was like, oh, you know, happy new moon as well. Retrograde, and new moon was in Gemini. So, oh. You've got to be kidding me. Alright. The card that you got in the deck for your overall energy, I'm not even kidding you, is Santa Muerte. She literally just... She made her appearance, okay? Anything but small, right? Now, I have the book here because I believe that her card is actually just its own card. It does come with a book. I believe that her card is just her own card. So, I'm going to look here and just do like a double check. A profound transformation, a renewal, a true proper revolution. If it is life that generates death, then death generates life. We are connected to all that surrounds us, to the people who have come before us and those who will come, from the cradle to the tomb, from the coffin to the womb, in a continual exchange and a continual regeneration, not of opposites, but of complementary elements. Santa Muerte brings with it brings with it new projects, changes, cuts, and necessary abandonment of what we keep stationary and entangled, like the past or suffocating ties. Wow. These changes, however, are not always pain-free, but can bring with them trauma, anger, violence, and loss, including an immobility when we refuse to take on these transmutations. Here is your advice from the dead. Accept the changes that are offered in front of you without fear of cutting ties and cutting yourself off from your old positions, old ideas, or preconceptions. A mutation is imposing itself. She came out reversed, but we do not take her reversed. We take her right side up and perfect as she is. Okay? I should have known that this was kind of like just, you know, the death card, but I thought, this is so weird. I really thought, why did I think that she wasn't the death card? I thought there was a, look, this just goes to show you, I told you, I've only used this deck twice, and I'm pretty sure, like, I know she embodies death and rebirth and all that, but I can see the number on the card, and for some reason I really thought there was another death card. Look, don't ask me. Anyways, the fact that you got the death card and the tower card in the same reading just firmly reiterates to me that you ain't got no choice. Alright? Mama said you ain't got no choice. So, fire signs, good luck. Don't cling to your ideals of what things should look like. Be ready for change. Allow change to come. Allow yourself to change. Allow things to flow naturally. Don't block them off, or you will continue to be blocked off. This is kind of it is what it is situation. As much as I want to be kind-hearted, loving, and nurturing, as I usually am, as I embody that sort of motherly empress energy, Spirit is telling me that I gotta be truthful. It is what it fucking is. You're not gonna have me coddle you. I'm not gonna hold your hand. This isn't a walk in the park. You're not gonna be picking cherry blossoms, looking up to the skies, and thanking the profound creator of all. You're going to be a little pissy, you're going to be exhausted, and you're going to realize people's true intentions. You're going to see their true colors, and it's going to be a lot, because you're going to realize that these were your homies. These were the people that you hung out with. These were the people you gave your energy to. And you're realizing that you shouldn't have, or that you can't continue to. because it's making you look bad, and it's blocking off your gifts, and it's blocking off your blessings, and it's, what do you need to be bothered with all that chaos for? Okay. Anyways, this is what I've got for you, fire signs. I hope this was helpful. Maybe a little terrifying, which, you know, we don't want it to be, but it's truthful, and that's what we need it to be. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope this was helpful, and everything else under the sun, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.